Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. This isn't going to be a day in the life, it probably looks like it, but I thought I would jump on here and kind of give you guys a little update on how things are going. We are still filming here at my counter. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't had a lot of time to do day in the lives right now, but I don't know if it's that or just me not wanting to get ready more than this. But also just show you guys the lack of being able to like get rid of clutter. Like, how do you move and have so much clutter when you feel like you got rid of a lot of things when you moved? So I think it's just finding a place for everything right now and making sure that we're not just like putting something in a spot. Like, I really want it to have a spot. But today I thought I would go ahead and go over how my farmhouse neutral like weekly has been going, what has been working, what hasn't, or I should say it's not working, it's just trying to get together with like making a lot of things happen at once is what I should say. So all goals and focuses of mine to be working on, but you can only take one or two things at a time. So I'm excited to show you guys that and my faith planner in more detail. I did do a video of me creating my Bible study planner, and I included what I use for daily faith planning, or I should say journaling, because it's kind of funny to call it a planner, I feel like, when you're not doing it like ahead of time. Anyways, and if you guys are interested in that video was just released or just put out there not too long ago. But I'm gonna kind of go into more detail of how I organize it in my my day-to-day planner. So if you guys end up liking videos like this, give me a thumbs up so I know, and comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. As well as if you guys use the planner or any part of the planner. I'm trying to think if it's up on my Etsy shop just yet. But if you do, what's your favorite part? How do you use it? Because I'm also going to try to talk about different ways that I like to use it, or different ways I've thought of using it, using the different sections, I should say. So let me know how you guys use yours. And thank you so much for being here. So if you haven't, I hope you subscribe and join us here as I grow my channel. It's been a little, I've had the channel like a year and a half now, and I'm just trying to keep going, and I thank you guys for being here. So, oh, and of course, as always, don't mind if you hear my lovely kids playing in the background. All right, let's do this. Hello guys, so I thought I would start off with a couple weeks back now of the planner spread that I was using, which I really like. So again, my son's playing in the background, so I hope that doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother me because I love the sound of my kids playing, but I apologize if that does. That's our situation. So but I figured I would go back a couple weeks to show you one of, I really enjoyed this planner. I loved the color it brought. I love all the different like ways I could log things. I liked having my goals here on my weekly. It like reminded me of my goals and my steps to take to meet those goals, or that goal. I try to set one goal a week. And something else I really liked was this water and movement log, because, well, one thing, just logging it was like a really nice thing to do, but having the water there to check off was satisfying. And if I didn't do something, I had blank squares, and that told me a lot. So those are some things that I really liked about this spread. When you have so much on something, what comes with that is having to make something smaller, which my to-do list was a lot smaller. However, if I could keep my, I'm sorry, you guys, if I could keep my to do items, 1 to 2 words, which is hard for me, by the way. I think it worked out really, really well, and I just added to this as things came up. If something super important for the day came up, I would log it into my time, or I would put it up here. Now, up here, I also liked using, I didn't use it the way I'm about to say in this week, but I really did like putting my heart moments. It was basically like my grateful fors, gratitude list kind of thing. And what I've found is that by Thursday and Friday, or I should say Friday on the weekend, I tend to fall off of the detailed planning. And I think that's okay. So I'm starting to think and brainstorm like how I can have a planner for those of us that do that, to where it doesn't waste our planner paper. And I think that's also why I liked this too. I didn't need all of the space of hourlies. I know many people like hourlies and they like to plan every, block or moment of the day, or at least show what they've done, which I like to write in what I've done afterwards. Let me know if you're that same kind of person. But I'm just finding that I feel like I would almost benefit from having like a Monday through Friday, like small section, like dailies on one page, and then the other page to have all the other stuff. I'm not sure, but you guys know I'm always thinking of ideas of how to fit my week on a 2-page spread. So stay tuned for what I come up with for that. I'm also finding that I don't really write too much in the next week. I don't want to get rid of that, because I do think it's a really good idea to start writing things down for next week. I'm just not like there, and with all the stuff going on, I'm not there to where I write that down. I do put it in our calendar that I share with my husband, our app Cozy. So that does that. And then this is kind of a nice little area I can decorate if I want to. Something else that I have really, really loved about this planner spread is the weekends. I am really, really happy that I created a to-do list for myself for specific to weekends. And it's almost more specific to Sundays, but that's just, kind of like my Sunday prep. But I love having this little list over here. It has really helped me get my stuff together on a weekend so I can maximize my time with my family and make sure that I am making weekend prep a habit to start our week off for success. So I may do that for Wednesdays, because it does seem like some more things need to be prepped for the second part of my week, so I can be more successful for that second part of my week, like halfway through the week. So we will see what I need to kind of do for that. But I absolutely love having my weekend to-do list there. And I love that it's like at the end of my planner over here, because the way my brain works is from left to right, top to bottom. And that's kind of the last thing that I need to get done in the week, so we can start off for success on a Monday. Another thing that I really have been liking for my planning is having just a space here where I can actually put like the one thing of a certain type of category I need to do that day. So when I'm talking about one thing of a category, for me, it has been what I need to plan that day. So for example, Mondays, I specifically, when I sit down to plan, I need to do my normal planning routine for the day, but my actual planning for the following week needs to be content. Tuesdays, sometimes I'll put what I need to do. And if it's not necessarily plan, but it might be to do or work on. So I got film for Tuesday, Etsy for Wednesday. I plan our home stuff on Thursdays. So basically like the following week's meal plans and cleaning system. Fridays, I like to spend more time cleaning. And Saturdays, I like to make sure that we are spending time as a family, and if I can sit down and plan more family things for the future. If I don't plan on Saturdays, I put that in on my home planning. And Sundays are prep and rest. So it's kind of like a plan, what are you doing kind of thing. And I really, really enjoy that. It keeps me focused on that one thing I need to do when I can sit down and have a little me time. Let's talk about some things that are not working for me yet, some things that I would like to make more important of a goal kind of thing. Because I budget at the end of the week, I really have not been writing in here. However, I think this is good to have so I can start writing in there. But what I have found that is if I write it down here, no matter what, I'm going to be writing it on a Friday. So I have found that it's not been a priority for me at the moment, but I do like the idea of being able to do that. If I don't use it for expenses, I might make it for what I need to buy, because there are some things I need to buy that I don't just like get online and buy. There's things that I need to shop for and so forth. So that's kind of like a work in progress. My intentionals, they are always good intentions, but I think I need to schedule them out better because they're not happening. So what I think I may end up having to do is either assign an intentional for each day, and then on that day I would go and I would do that. However, some things can't be done. Like I can't just, well, I could, right? Like I could make Saturday for marriage. So, but I don't want to get rid of these either. So we'll have to see how I can put that in there. I know it sounds funny to be like, why don't you just go down here and do it? But it's almost like I need to like assign it to myself. Let me know in the comments if you are the same as that as well. And then another thing that hasn't been working as well for me with this spread, but I am really hopeful that I can make it work or make some adjustments, is this. So obviously I did not keep track of my dailies. I know I did many of these things because luckily at this point, many of them are habits for me. However, I am not finding that having all of these listed down like this is helpful or my brain style. I really like, let me show you my other planner that you guys know, and many of you know and love as well, because I love this thing. I really like having my habits here. I like having my morning block, my day block, and my evening block. So I am probably going to make some adjustments because typically when I go to my planner, I go in the morning, I go at some point throughout the day and in the evening. And by the time I get to my planner, I just kind of check off that little section of what I did and then move on. Well, with this one, even though I put dark bold lines to separate the blocks, it's not standing out enough for my brain. So it's looking too overwhelming for me and it's just not working, even though I would love for it to work. So we will see if I make some changes on that. Now I am going to take you over to the last week's spread that I used. Here's another one, by the way. 7th through the 13th, and then the 14th through the 20th. So as you can see, I really do enjoy this. I used the dailies a little bit more. The color scheme, I liked to change it up, and still needing to work on intentionals, but pretty much I feel like really kept up on my game that week. Oh, and my lists as well. I really love having my lists on the other side of here. I did that with the week that we just looked at. I did that here as well. Really, really, really love that about this planner spread. So having a few big ones and a few smaller lists was helpful. The other, I'll just kind of give you another glimpse of this one. This is kind of like my mauve and florals. And then here we go to my current week that I am in right now. So this one I didn't end up printing my lists on. How you doing, Corben? How you doing? Good? Are you playing with your airplane? Yeah. So this, I've been wanting to try this blank note page out for a while. I created it to have different sections to be like a daily, but then I thought I might get that out for you guys to purchase, and some of you guys might not want to use it as a daily, and I took the labels off and I thought, well, let me see how I would use this. So for this week, I basically sat down on Sunday and I prepped like my thoughts for homeschool. I wanted to have like just basically, I was reading a magazine, and it was giving me a lot of like motivation, and I thought, let me write this stuff down for the week because it might be a really good page to go to. You can hear the little people over there, Catchall. And yeah, and then I put like a little list of things to get started on in our homeschool to involve my kids in. I put a nice verse about self-discipline, and just some different verses here, a couple of my, goals or like focuses in my homeschool for the week and so forth. So I really liked doing that. I think this page is a really cool page when you want to like brainstorm, but not necessarily on just like a blank sheet of paper. Okay, so this is the current week that I am in. It is my farmhouse neutral weekly spread. As you can tell, okay, again, I'm really sorry for the toys in the background making so much noise. I really do apologize, but I do not ask my kids to like not play or anything. And again, I'm still set up, not really set up to be able to film in private. And it is hard to get time to where I can do that. So I just appreciate you guys putting up with that. But like, I understand if this bothers you and you want to turn this off, but I'm still going to keep going. So, this is my new farmhouse neutral weekly spread. It is very, very similar to the one that I was showing you. So I'm going to try to have it. I'll put my pen there. Okay, so as you can see, it's still hourly. I wanted to see if hourly would help me. I really like to write my routine, or at least sometimes the day before, I like to write my next day routine out to see if that helps me stick with the routine that I want to stick to. But then once I get a couple days in, I don't really keep doing that. What I have found this week, I really like using the top boxes for my homeschool plan. And just a little checklist for me to check the same things we do off, but also the different things that we do each day. Since each day we don't work on music, we do that on Tuesdays. Each day we don't work on Spanish, but we do that on Thursdays and so forth. And it also was really fun to decorate. I am really, really enjoying I love making colorful planners for the moods and seasons that we are in, but I also really enjoy just a black and white spread. So this still has pretty much the same as this one, except it doesn't have the goal section, because in my thoughts for creating this for my shop as well, I didn't know if everybody would want that on there. And then these are obviously bigger. This whole like hourly with the boxes are bigger. It does not have my water and movement, which I think I really want to. I think I'm going to make a hybrid. Let's just say that. I'm going to make a hybrid of this and this, because I, again, find that I don't use the hourly that often. What I did find was that I would use the hourly for some to-do lists. And I don't want to cover up the numbers every day. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Is it better to have the numbers there for you Or is it okay to not have the numbers? And I say numbers like the time. Is it better to not have the time so then you can just plug in the time yourself if you are an hourly person? And if you are not an hourly planner, or you go back and forth like me, you could plug it in if you want, or you can just have it be like a to-do list or notes. You guys let me know, okay? Because you'd think it'd be easy to just make all the different options, but sometimes it's not. If you change one thing, you find that you got to change another, and so forth. So how I have been finding this helpful is my homeschool boxes. I am missing out on my plan, what I want to plan that day. Another thing that I think that these could be used for as well is what you're making for dinner that night, if you need to think ahead, and that isn't something that's on here. My thoughts were, you know, you could, if you don't get up at 6 o'clock and do anything, you could kind of write it there on the line. It's also, I think I mentioned missing the movement and water box, which I want. But as you can see, it's just overall, it's bigger. There's just more space. And I find I don't need as much space there because I log a lot of other areas throughout my day. So, still loving this so much. Here's my dailies. I've been checking in on my dailies about halfway through the day. I wrote morning routine here, but I think it would be helpful if I had a list of my morning routine somewhere nearby so I can kind of like check that off, because my morning routine would just fill this up and I don't want that. So that has, you know, but I've been keeping up with the daily, so that's been nice. I think I'm gonna put like a highlight color here and that might help me too. My intentionals are no longer here. I don't want to get rid of my intentionals, but I wanted to see how this would go. I just used it as another to-do list. So I think I have too many to-do lists going on for myself here. And I think what I'm going to do is make a hybrid for me of this one and this one. Again, though, keeping that weekend list is a must for me. And let's see. So since I love this list so much, and since I love this so much, I think on the other side of this is my faith, which I will go into in just a minute. But what I'm going to do next week, so I'm going to show you that here, is I am going to kind of combine my lists with my cleaning system. I'm going to bring my cleaning system back into this, you guys. And you guys will have to let me know what you think of this page, because I really want to get something like this out into my shop. There is something like this in my shop, but it is in a, I think it's in my planner bundle, like my weekly everything, I want to say, which again is something that many of you know and love, just like me, except this is like a farmhouse theme, and I call it the farmhouse theme just because it goes along with the same style. So let me know what you guys think. I'm really excited about this because as I was showing you guys, where's the list? See, I have my whole planner here. Because I love these lists so much, I figured I can probably condense them to these. And then here's my cleaning system, which you know, it's something that you can if you want to, if not, but it's fine. But you have small lists, or I was thinking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend. If there was decluttering I needed to do, so something in addition to those things on that day. Now, if you aren't a day cleaner, like me right now, I cannot necessarily do all of this on one day. It basically, these are zones, so you can just decide what zone you want to work on that week. That's kind of my idea, is that I can make it a day cleaning system, but I can also make it a zone cleaning system. And then it will go into, you're going to see a blank version. So this is the blank version. It is the same. I have not created the hybrid yet, so I am going to be using this and just making some adjustments, maybe putting some stickers in to make it work a little bit more for me with the cases of the you know, the things that I'm missing here that I really want here. So doing this video and analyzing all of this is really helping me to know what I want to add in and use with this same planner. So let's go ahead and go into the next section is my faith planner. I did show quite a bit of this in my Create My Bible Study planner. Even though this is not in my Bible study planner, I thought I would show you guys in that what I do on a daily basis, why I love it so much. And this looks like, yes, this is the week before. It's just I didn't completely fill it in, and I did not want to use another one when I could continue with this one. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know if that's if you're like that too, where you're like, I didn't fully use it, so let me continue using that same one. And I think I started using it at the beginning of the week, but you know, I fell off. So I really, really love this. And this one is out on my Etsy shop. So if you guys get it, let me know, and let me know how you guys like it, because I'm really liking it a lot. I just write down different prayers that come up. And instead of writing them down on a daily basis now, I have them all week to pray about. Same with my gratitude, which this needs to be longer, I know. I stopped after the second day of the week. So, and then I also have another like notes list page that I have here for any brainstorming or video notes or whatever. And I really like that. And then I really love my weekly meal planner. This is my absolute favorite page of it. It's got 7 pages. It is out on my Etsy shop, but this is the page that I love so much. I can write down any leftovers that we already had before I planned, or that are like throughout the week we end up having in the fridge. I can write down any inventory. Instead of grocery list, I just wrote down like ideas for dinners. And then I've been writing down the what we were going to have that day, which I should check these off because we had those, and what we ended up having. So I don't write in ahead of time. I just look at our list and then I plan it out that way. So I really love this system. And then I have this side too for future meal planning, so I can figure out ideas for different breakfast, snacks, lunches, and dinners. Okay, you guys, that is the plan for next week. As you can see, let's just do a little like blank flip through for next week. So it's not set up yet, but this will be my cleaning guide and my list making, just like this page is my list making. I figured I could kind of combo it. Then we will have my weekly, so that way there's not much flipping. You guys know I don't like to do too much flipping through my planner, so if I need to flip to a list, it's right here, and my cleaning system. I also thought that I could maybe keep track of my water and movement here if I want. We'll see if it's usable. I just don't want to like not use it. I want to think ahead out the way that I can use the items, because I know they can be used, but if I don't think about it, I may not use it. I'm probably going to try to highlight the sections of my days to see if that helps me out with my blocking, daily blocks and habits. Let's see. Oh, I have on the other side that brainstorm page that I said I really, really loved about this current week that I'm in, so I can think about, basically I thought this would be good for, yes, sweetheart. Yes, I'll be right there, okay? So you guys know how I said I liked this goal section here. I figured instead of putting this with my actual week, that I would use this page So let's go back to where we're at here. I would use this page here for that. We'll see though, because as I mentioned again, like I tend to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't necessarily need all that space. So we'll see, but that's going to be the idea of this page. It's going to be like a specific focus for the week, and my brainstorm, motivations, quotes, like all of that. I also have this page. I want this page to help me plan specifically for something. I have different areas like homeschool, YouTube content, marriage, stuff like that I feel like this could be helpful for. Like I could even put my intentions here and then put specific things, like a plan for them. But the whole idea that I originally made this for was, for example, homeschool. I'd have like a park we're going to visit, a field trip, a specific like science experiment, maybe books from the library I need. So just kind of like a weekly planning page there for a specific category. And that was like a homeschool category. Next, I have the empty of my faith planner. So if you were curious what it looks like empty, it's not dated or anything. It is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you'd like, but it doesn't have to be. And then there's my weekly meal planner. So I'm just going to wrap this up by taking this out to show you all that I actually have to use paper-wise for my week and what I think will be successful for myself. So I have this, my lists and cleaning. I have my weekly, which is what my planner is usually opened up to, so I can just easily go back and forth this way as well as this way. I have my planning, brain dump and planning pages. And again, if these lists didn't work out or something over here, obviously there's plenty of space here, or meal planning, whatever. I have my faith planning there, so it is all together, and my meals, my meal planning, so I can just quickly look and see what I had thought about for dinner. So you guys, that is kind of what's been going on here, what has been working, what has been challenging. I'm gonna go check out what my son wants me to look at. He's very excited to show me something. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you can before you go. Subscribe if you haven't, because I'd love to have you here, and have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye, guys. And here is what he was so excited to show me. He got one of his toys out. You got it? Oh, yay! There you go.